Oh yeah, I'm bare to the bone, and that's some George Thorogood. It's great to be back with you here tonight for the Ralph's Opinion Show, and we have a lot to talk about tonight, including Kennedy. You know, with John JFK. What is it, the 4th or the 10th or something? Well, he's being, right now he's involved in a hearing where for the confirmation hearing for him to be Trump's new medical secretary, and right now it's not going too good for him. He's been getting drilled by a lot of people, as far as that goes, and so therefore that's what's going on with that. So, all right, it's great to be here again tonight. Last week I was a little bit ill, and I had a couple things going on. I just wasn't able to do the show last week, but we're back tonight, right here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and the Twitter X platforms as well. And those in the comments section, just be patient. I will be with you momentarily. All right. So, all right. We're in the Mata Heating and Air Conditioning Studio, 724-2010-500. Mata Heating and Air Conditioning. You ought to call Mata. Give them a call today. If your furnace is acting up, UV lighting and snow melt, all for the wintertime, give them a call. They specialize in all that. And that number again, 724-201-0500. Mata Heating and Air Conditioning. All right, just a few announcements here. Don't forget, let's see, here we go with this here, but it's now the Ralph Williams, Tony Moreno show this Saturday morning, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. We have a lot to talk about, and I got to tell you, it's great to have Tony Moreno on with me. He's running for Republican for the mayor of the city of Pittsburgh. So just to let you know, we'll be talking a lot about different local topics in Western Pennsylvania. All right. And then also as part of my triple header, 9 o'clock a.m., right on here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter X platforms, and the Huddle Sports Network. With me, Ralph Williams, Scott Morganroth, Leo Haggerty, and a special guest when available. Well, guess what? I got a special guest this week, Ray Fittipaldo from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, who covers the Pittsburgh Steelers. He will join us as well. He's been on before with us, Ray has. So he will join us. And then, the last but not least, the Sports Corner radio show with me, Ralph Williams, Smoke and Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, and Luther Dupree. And that'll be from 2 to 3 p.m., 92.5 FM, 1250 a.m., The Answer. All right. All right, let's get to our comments section before we get started here. RXJ says, hello, Ralph, and hello to you, RXJ. Thank you for watching. And Pensman checking in as well. Hey, Ralph. Hey, Pensman, how are you this evening? It's great to have you on board here as well. If you want to be part of the comments section, all comments that will be viewed are comments relating to the topic at hand. No other comments will be posted, okay? Unless you're saying hello to me or you're having a good night or whatever, that's fine too. But no derogatory comments or anything like that, only comments that relate to the topic at hand, all right? That will be put up tonight here on Ralph's Opinion. We're here every Wednesday, 7 p.m., except for the fourth Wednesday of the month. We will be here at 7:30 or 8 o'clock, depending on what time I get done with my Transit Council meeting. Okay, so I just want to let everyone know that. Put that on your calendar, put it in your phone, whatever you have to do. Also, don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel, and please follow me on my Twitter channel, Ralph Williams, RW Media, on my Twitter account, Ralph Williams, on Facebook as well. Don't forget to tune into my other social media platforms where I post a lot of announcements about shows. I throw my opinion out there about a bunch of stuff. So anyway, all right. Okay, let's talk about right now the Trump stuff. All right, bunch of stuff going on with Donald Trump. First week on the job, more or less. Okay, and already his cabinet people, some of them are getting uh, you know, how they say beat up in these Senate confirmation hearings. And what's happening now is that RFK, or Robert F. Kennedy, I think he's the 10th or something, I'm not sure. He's getting beat up as medical secretary. I don't know what qualifications he has. I do know Trump promised him a job if he stepped away from the presidential election race, and he did. He stepped away. He was running as an independent. Independents don't win too many elections in this country, and so, but he was running as a independent, and it turns out that he, just wasn't there. The thing that really bothered me about Kennedy was his family betrayed him. They, instead of I get this. I get that sometimes you don't like family, but why would you betray your own family and give money to Joe Biden? Why would you do that? I don't get it at all. And I thought it was wrong for the Kennedy family to stick it to RFK. And, it's just a bad situation that you shouldn't, even be doing. Okay. I get it. My sister and I, we don't get along. But you know what? If my sister came to me and said, hey, I'm running for office of president, I'm going to support her. It's family. Okay? Like Sister Sledge says, we are family. All right? But apparently the Kennedys must be a little dysfunctional. Well, today, he's been involved for hours now with this confirmation hearing. Helseth, or whatever his name is the new defense secretary. And some of the other ones have made it through. But they're really drilling it on RFK. And you know what? It is important. He's the medical secretary. Bye-bye, Anthony Fauci. Bye-bye, Rachel Levine. Okay? Those of you who don't know, Colonel or whatever she is, Captain or Lieutenant Rachel Levine, who is part of the Health and Human Services of our country, was involved in sinking businesses here in Allegheny County and across western Pennsylvania, involving, okay, and I'm talking about involving COVID. Wouldn't even sit down with tavern owners who wanted to talk with her about changing some strat policies or whatever so that they can make money. And she did nothing. She didn't want to sit down with them. She was real arrogant and everything else, acted like her doo-doo don't stink. And, so that's exactly what happened there. And, RxJ said, yes, Ralph, I remember they sold out RFK for Biden. Then Biden stepped out and Kamala got in. It wasn't Democratic. There was no open primary. No, there wasn't. And you know what? RxJ is correct. There was not a open primary. Even the Democratic Party was frustrated with that because they were not told that Kamala Harris, and they didn't even endorse it. The caucus didn't even endorse Kamala Harris. Okay? So what happened is now, as RxJ said, we ended up, if you're a Democrat, I'm a Democrat too, but I didn't vote for Kamala Harris. I voted for Donald Trump. Okay? I'm one of the, what do they call them? The Democrats for Trump. That was me. I was part of that. Okay? So, I mean, that's exactly what has happened. And now the Democrats did the stupidest things in the world, just like the Republicans did last year or last time around. And anyway, here we go. Kennedy! Yeah, Mr. Kennedy. That's right, RFK. Like I said, he kind of, I don't know, he might not make this hearing. Then again, he might. He's got some good Republican backing. And of course, that clown, Bernie Sanders, and I call him a clown because the last time he ran for president, he acted like a clown. The way he was talking, hey, hair a mess, didn't care. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So, Bernie Sanders has tried 1,000 times to be president, and he still hasn't been. It's time for him to go too. All right. Mitch McConnell. I'm glad Mitch McConnell's gone. Bye-bye, Mitch. Toodaloo. I'm glad he's gone. Democrats, the president, it's time to go. All right. Time to leave. All right. Okay. Let's talk about Trump visited the California wildfires, and he's going to get the water running again from the north. Somehow or another, some boob in the legislature in California decided to shut the water down. I mean, come on. Or have it not come in from the north, okay? He also visited South Carolina or North Carolina. Do you know that Joe Biden didn't give anybody, the Hurricane Helene people, any kind of money? He left them hang down there. Okay, FEMA is so short-staffed, I guess, I don't know, or underfunded, that this happened, and now Trump is getting ready to get them some money down there, which is great. We need term limits. Mitch McConnell has his Biden moments where he freezes and says nothing. We need younger leaders. Well, you know what, RXJ? I agree with you on that, but what we need are mature younger leaders. Mature. You know, I don't know if you're aware of the term progressive Democrats, because we have plenty of them here in Allegheny County in Pittsburgh. Okay. Joe Biden was a progressive. All right. And so it was great to see him go. And a lot of them are young, and a lot of them are going to be gone because America's had enough. At least I have, and several other people in my town here have had enough of these progressives, and we're starting to slowly vote them out. Now, there's a couple that have survived, and there's a couple still have terms, but they're all going to be gone because you know what? The progressives of defunding police departments, letting criminals out. You know, if you had if we would have continued. Oh yeah, how you doing there, Pencilman Sports? Thank you for being part of the program as always. Thank you. I'm doing really good. All right, and then it says, I agree. We need people in our 50s and 60s, not 77 years old and 80 years old. Lots are out of touch progressives. Absolutely. And most of them are young and are immature and have no idea what they're doing. All right. All right. That is, thank you very much, Pencilman Sports. I appreciate that as well. I really appreciate all that. Thank you. And there we are. All right. So anyway, as I said before, you know, there's where we are with that. And, you know, it's sad, sick. Sad that Joe Biden left those people hang when he left office. But he gave $365 billion, and I say billion with a B now, to Ukraine. Why wasn't that $365 billion used in this country? And now, Vladimir Stavitsky, which is another thing, and we're going over tonight, everything so far Trump has done in his week in office. Okay? So he cut the funding to military funding to Ukraine. Good. Good. I'm glad. Because you know what? I've had enough. And you should too. Because we need that money here. Our country is in debt, and we're worried about Ukraine. Okay? And of course, I think Trump is getting some stuff off his hands. You know, so yeah, gotta go. You're exactly it. All right. Yeah, she's a joke. All right, and then it says here, ICE doing good work this past week, making the U.S. a safer country. Absolutely, RXJ. I agree with you 100%. We have a mayor here, and we have a mayor that's a candidate that's running against a mayor here, that both agree on the same thing, that ICE has they don't want ICE here. Or, well, the one guy wants ICE here, the other one wants ICE here, but he doesn't want, will not endorse the Pittsburgh police helping ICE. But my co-host on well, actually, he's my partner on the show, Tony Moreno, is a former city police officer here in Pittsburgh, and he said it point blank. You can't, if the federal government comes to your town and they say they need your help from the police, and the mayor knows where some of these illegal immigrants are, or anyone knows, you could be arrested because you are harboring fugitives that they are looking for, especially illegal immigrants. All right. And you got a lot of these mayors out here that don't like it. They're fighting with everybody, you know, and everything else. And it's just terrible, terrible out there. That's right. I am. You're exactly right. It's what makes this show special. All right. There you go. All right. You want to be special? Just tune into all RW Media Production shows and you can be special just like I am. All right. All right. When we come back right after these words, we're gonna indulge into some more of the stuff with Trump. We have a lot to talk about. Israel, Gaza, the peace accord. We'll talk about that. Planes not allowed to land in some countries with these immigrants. Wonderful. Transgenders in the military. Trump wants to eliminate that. He's putting a strain on the military a little bit, but we'll see what happens there. And We have a whole lot more going to talk about here as we go along here. Also, we'll talk about the East Palestine, Ohio, a lawsuit with Norfolk Southern. They're going to be getting some more money in that town. We'll talk about that as well. All right. So when we come back, right after these words.
Media Productions. Affordable rates. You can get 6 podcasts, 2 radio shows on 1250 AM and 92.5 FM The Answer, and on rwmediaproductions.com as well. All for one affordable price. Call today, 412-545-4317, or email at ralphwilliams737@gmail.com. Look forward to hearing from you. I'm here today to tell you about some great pizza. This great pizza is at the original Hometown Pizza in Moon Township, right on University Boulevard. Call them at 412-264-4444. Again, that number is 412-264-4444. Eat in, take out, and delivery. Look forward to you calling them. Tell them Ralph Williams sent you, and you get a discount on your order. The original Hometown Pizza. Do you have a vehicle that just doesn't work for your handicapped needs? Well, I have the solution for you. Keystone Coachworks. Keystone Coachworks is Western Pennsylvania's oldest and premier adaptive equipment provider. They have the best selection in wheelchair-accessible vans. Located in Bethel Park on Route 88. Call them at 412-833-1900. Ask for Don. Tell Don Ralph Williams sent you.
All right, we're back here at the Ralph's Opinion Show every single Wednesday night at 7 o'clock p.m. right here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter X platforms. Join me later on tonight at 10:30 on the Sports Web with Peter Blake for the Turnbuckle Talk segment. We'll be talking about professional wrestling, WWE, AEW, and whatnot, hosted by Peter Blake. I will be joining him at around 10:30 tonight. We're in the Mata Heating and Air Conditioning Studio, 724-2010-500. Mata Heating and Air Conditioning. All right, we are back here on the Ralph's Opinion Show. Those of you tuning in, I appreciate your viewing the show. And don't forget to call your friend, call your cousin. Get them here every single Wednesday, 7 o'clock p.m., except the fourth Wednesday of the month, 7:30 or 8 o'clock, because I have my council meeting that I have to attend. All right. So, President Trump today rescinded his executive order on grants and funding, which I was hoping he would do, because, there are a lot of people that need grants. There's a lot of social services agencies all across the country that need grants. There's a lot of federal money that has gone into some, programs that, but Trump to cut that was a bad idea. So I guess somebody said something to him and, said, hey, wait a minute, maybe it's some advisors of his, Elon Musk maybe, or somebody, and said, hey, you know what, you can't do that. These people need this. So he rescinded on that. And his immigration, we talked about ICE. And, airplanes now not allowed to land in foreign countries because they don't want their people back that they sent here illegally, that they released from prisons in Venezuela and all across the world here, okay, and decided to send them to America because of the weak Joe Biden, who wouldn't stop letting all these people come in here like this illegally. Now, if you're legal, I don't have a problem with that. But the problem in our country also is this, all right, as we go along here with the stuff Trump did this week, in his first week in office, okay? There's a small problem here. Companies will not exist without these illegal immigrants. Okay. And why is that? I think you know why. If you don't, I'm going to tell you why. because we live in a lazy society in this country. It is the worst I have ever seen it. Jobs everywhere. And I'm talking about good paying jobs, all right, all over the place. And some people, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I know some companies are still paying, and some places are still paying COVID wages, which was what they were paying during COVID. But I understand that a lot of the companies, like the fast food restaurants and whatnot, have cut back. They went back to either minimum wage or whatever. I get it. But that's not it. There's a bunch of good jobs out there that nobody wants to work. All right. And there are companies that are paying well. And this to me is just excuse me, the worst I've ever seen it. Okay. It has to be the worst that I can ever think of. And I agree with you on that, RXJ. Thank you for that, by the way. Okay. I hope he does. All right, because nobody puts a flag out. Hang on. All right, I'm back. So anyway, immigration is, sending these people back to their countries, killing businesses. But they should be ashamed of themselves for hiring illegal people. But we as a country should be ashamed of ourselves for being lazy. Okay? So, you ever hear there's two in a marriage, or it takes two to tango, or whatever? Yes, it does. Okay? There's always two sides to every story on this. All right? Okay? And the one side of the story is we live in a lazy country. Pensman said we should have free labor. Yeah. It can be free labor. And some of these companies ought to be ashamed of themselves, because what they do is they work for cheap. Exactly. Okay? Some companies don't want to pay at all. That's the bottom line. Pensman's right on that. Okay? But for everyone to say, that it's the truth. All right? Let's take a look at Charleroi, Pennsylvania. And I'm going to point this out here, which is in the Mon Valley of Western Pennsylvania and Washington County. They have a bunch of Haitian people that are living there that work at the meat company that pays over $20 an hour, and nobody wants to work. That pays. Okay? Nobody wants to work. Nobody. All right? It says, the RxJ says, all the manufacturers leaving or have left for Mexico or China, we need to keep manufacturing in America. Absolutely. He will bring back some jobs. Yes, Trump will. Just give him some time. He'll get it together. He's got a lot on his plate. Okay? Then it says, RxJ said, we've lost a lot of jobs under the Biden administration. Yes, we have. He has created some jobs, but we've lost more than he's created, which is a problem. Okay? Which is a problem. So, what I'm saying to you is this. All right? Don't get mad because they're coming to get illegal immigrants. Do you really want to live in an unsafe community? It's unsafe now. Because in our cities right now, we don't have enough police, because we got progressives like Joe Biden and some of these other Democrats that want to defund police all the time. Okay? Look at Portland. How many times have I talked about Portland when they defunded the police there, and then it went down to, they ended up having martial law all over the place. It was a free-for-all. And then they finally voted out all the council people and the mayor, or whatever, commissioners, or however they run their business over there. And when they ran them out, what had happened? Okay? They went back to having a police force. Okay? Pensman said, no, I meant people in our other countries work basically for free. Oh, yeah, free labor. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You don't think they make any money there. That's why they want to come here, everybody. Pensman's right. They want to come here. Okay? So that's fine. I don't care if you come here. But first of all, don't disrespect me on my soil, in my country. Let me tell you a little story. I stopped at a convenience store. Now, I used to work for the bus company here. the local bus company. I was a bus operator. I made good money. Okay. So what had happened was, all right, what had happened was I had some issues and I had to get away. My first wife was passing and some other stuff. Okay. Got disgusted where I was working at the garage, kind of didn't really want to work, that kind of thing. A lot of just some silly things. All right. And I walked into a convenience store and I had my bus uniform on. I went and purchased some stuff. I got distracted. My phone rang. It was my wife calling. So I walked outside, not like everybody else in society today. You got to hear their conversation. You got to hear the F-bomb. You got to hear this, that, and whatever. I don't want to hear it. I don't care about what you have to say. All right. Other than if it's on my talk shows and it's clean. All right. But I don't want to hear your personal conversations about so-and-so didn't show up or I'm going to shoot you or I'm going to do. I don't care. All right. Take it outside. So I did. Went outside, came back in to get my groceries, showed the guy the receipt, and he said, I'm a thief. I don't know. I said, my bag's sitting right here. I had it here. I had to step out to go, and I have my receipt. So can I please have my bag back? And he called me a thief, literally, and I had a receipt. And he called me a thief. He was, again, an immigrant. And I said, don't you ever, on my soil, ever come here to my country and call me a thief. All right. I don't need to steal. You see this? I work for a living. I have a good job. I don't need to steal. So he told me to get out. He's going to call the police. I said, get and call him. I'm not stealing. I have a receipt. I left my groceries here to step out and take a phone call. I paid you. I have a receipt. Still called me a thief, told me to leave. I said, don't you ever come on my soil again and ever call me a thief. So fortunately, my wife knew his brother, who is the owner, and he told him about it. And when I came back about a month later, he wasn't there. I'm assuming he got fired. Okay. I thought that was unacceptable. And I get it. The community I lived in at the time, a lot of people that steal. Okay. But please don't call me a thief when you know I'm working a good job, you know? All right, Pensman said Trump is working on a border also. Yes, he is. And I'm glad he is. Because it's not right that those people get to come here and live for free when we got to pay for it. It's not fair when we're sending $385 billion, or $65 billion or whatever, and Vladimir Stavitsky has a lot of nerves to stick his hand out again to Donald Trump. Trump's going to slap that hand. All right. And he needs to go out and get him some new shirts because he's been wearing the same shirt since the war. All right. Trump's going to make this country better again, and it's really sad he can't run for a third term. Because I think this time around, he would get it all done. And I think he probably would need 2 terms to do it, but I'm hoping not. I hope he gets it all done. And I think he can at this point. Okay. So I basically covered just about everything. All right. With Trump for this week. He has had a busy week. He written out a whole bunch of executive orders. There's rumors out there he's going to mess with Social Security, Medicare, welfare. He's not going to do any of that. I don't see any of that happening. He's 78 years old himself. Why would you want to screw with Social Security, screw with people, elderly, and all that stuff? Why? Okay. All right. And I know there's a lot of fraud out there with a lot of that. And that is the case. Okay. Transgenders in the military. He is releasing all them folks, cutting federal jobs. He calls them wasteful jobs that nobody's doing their job. And also there's an ultimatum out there that you're fired if you don't come back to work if you are a federal employee. We have that problem here in Pittsburgh. Our federal HUD office, there's nobody there. Nobody at the federal HUD office, okay? J.D. Vance for president 2020, I agree, Ralph. I do think it might take 2 terms to clean up this Biden mess. Yes, I think it will, but I don't think Trump will be able to do it. And if Vance gets in, great for him, as long as he does some of the stuff that Trump was doing. Okay? And I hope that's the case. What really bothered me at the inauguration was the ignorance of Barack Obama, George Bush, Bill Clinton, all right? And yes, Dan Quayle. Not one of them stood up and clapped. Are you kidding me? Are you really joking with me? Please tell me that, Obama, I always thought had class. I liked him as a president. Clinton, too. Joe Biden stood there stiff as a board. He shouldn't even have showed up for the damn thing because I knew he wasn't going to stand up and clap either. But a lot of, all the other Democrats, even if they don't like Trump, they still stood up and clapped. And then you got that idiot John Fetterman out there with sandals and a hoodie and shorts. I would have kicked him out. That's why he's not going to get reelected. The foolish things that he does, and we'll talk about that some other time. All right? I personally am not going to vote for him again. I did this time around. I regret. I have voters' remorse voting for these progressives. Voters' remorse. And you should too if you did, because they're going to ruin your city. They're going to ruin your town. They're going to ruin this country if we don't get them all out of here. We already got the chief progressive in Biden. Let's work our way down and get the rest of them out of here. Anything, no matter what they're running for. I don't care if it's dog catcher. They're going to ruin your city. Get them out. Please, do something with that. Because if you don't, you're going to regret it like we are here in Pittsburgh. We're regretting it big time. All right? All right, when we come back after these words, more of Ralph's opinion.
Do you need insurance? Well, I have an agent for you who has great customer service and will meet your insurance needs. Robin Campbell, Farmers Insurance and Bristol West Insurance. He will help you with auto, life, renters, fire, and more. Call Robin today at 412-366-3399. Tell Robin Ralph Williams sent you. Robin Campbell Insurance. Are you handicapped and having trouble going to do your normal life activities? Well, I have the solution for you. A folding power wheelchair from Fold and Travel Mobility. They have the best models of folding power wheelchairs. Their goal is to provide best-in-class products that allow their customers to live a better and easier life. Call them at 1-877-GOT-FOLD or online at foldandtravelmobility.com. We look forward to you calling. Digital Data gives you on-demand access to a team of professional web designers and data-driven marketers for an affordable monthly flat rate. Discover your website's earning potential today. At Digital Data, our goal is to provide small businesses with the tools and services they need to be successful online by utilizing our team's deep knowledge and experience. Call now, 866-276-9504.
All right, we're back here at the Ralph's Opinion Show every single Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, unless otherwise noted, which is our fourth Wednesday of the month. Please remember, we will not be here until about 7:30, maybe 8 o'clock, depending on what time my council meeting gets done, and I need a little time to set up and get things rolling. So anyway, but, so we're talking about Trump tonight. We're talking about this first week in office, and I just got done discussing about the fact that Barack Obama and the rest of them just really didn't, and some of the rest of the presidents, George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, Joe Biden, all of you ought to be ashamed of yourselves, honestly. I mean, for not, and even John Fetterman with his little flip flop sandals and his progressive hoodie and sweater. All right. If they were a dog catcher, they wouldn't help the community and they would make more programs for no reason. Absolutely, RxJ. That's what they're about, programs. Enough with the programs. We need answers to fix problems. Yes. Progressives, RxJ hit it right on the head. They don't fix any problems. None. They let problems happen and they let it go and they don't care. All right. They really do not care at all. None whatsoever. Okay. And it's really awfully sad. It really is. It's just horribly sad that this is exactly what these progressives have done. And we all bitch and we all complain and we all get mad because we don't have younger people in there. Is this the best we can do? Right now, yes. Okay, right now, yes. All right. Transgenders in the military is another issue with Trump. Look, I don't have any problem with none of these people as long as they stay away from me. That's all I worry about. As long as they're with their mates or whatever they do behind closed doors, I don't care. All right. But I could have a little bit of a problem with them being in the military, but I have a problem when it affects family. There was a married couple I saw on national news who both are in the military and are both transgender. Okay. Both of them. So be that it may, okay, here we are with two people that are a family. They're two people, one person, whatever, it's a family. A family is more than one. So you have a married couple who is in the military and just got discharged because they were transsexual. Now you got a lot of these ACLU agencies and you got all these other people out there screaming and crying like they always do, the gay and lesbian community and all that. They do that all the time. But let me ask you this question and we can put it in the comment section. Do you agree with transgenders in the military? If you were in the military or have been in the military, would you accept, or you're in the military currently, do you accept transgenders in the military? Do you think it's wrong? Or do you think, fine, as long as they do what they're supposed to do, which is kill people in a war or whatever their job is, maybe driving a Jeep or a truck or maybe flying an airplane, whatever it is that their job is to do, I could care less as long as they're doing it to defend my country. Okay? But Trump, he's already fired these people. 20,000 of them are going to be fired, gone from the military. Okay? These federal employees, I don't know what the current, what the issue is of cutting government, which of course there are jobs that people do in government that are useless. Useless as tits on a bull. Okay? So what I'm saying is that maybe Trump's right about the federal cuts, but then again, I'm not for that, but I am for the fact that you should go back and work in the office. We got too spoiled in this country with give to everybody and not make any money at all. Just give to people, make them lazy. I blame Biden for this laziness in this country. Because when Trump was in before Biden, everybody worked. Everybody. Okay? Bird guy said, what's up, Ralph? It's RALPH, but thank you. I do appreciate that, Bird. Thank you. All right. Thank you for being part of the show. Okay? All right. RxJ's right. If they were even a dog catcher, wouldn't do it right. Okay? That's okay, Bird. Sorry, I accept your apologies. Folks do it. Happens every time. Okay? All right. I think I pretty much covered just about everything about Trump that needs to be covered on the show tonight. Trying to catch up a little bit from last week. All right. The planes unable to land in countries, they don't want their people back from immigration. What? Oh, no, America. No, come here. Okay? Edo, you're not allowed to come here. Really? You send all these people here to this country and then bitch because we're bringing them back. They deserve to be there. And I don't care what happens to them. That's their own problem. And I know what you're saying. Oh, Ralph, you're cruel. Oh, Ralph, you have no heart. No, I do. I do have heart. But why should our country bear that? Okay? Why? Bert says he agrees. Okay? Why? Why should we bear that? Okay? Why are we American people forced to do things that we don't want to do? And this again is where the progressives come in. We are forced to have to eat it. We have to eat it. And I mean eat it in the fact that we have to eat it every time that something like this happens. When there's crime in the city and there's no police, we have to eat it. We have to accept it. We have to deal with it. We have to live with it. And to me, and it should be to you, that's unacceptable. Come on. Okay? Really unacceptable. All right? All right. RXJ here brings up a good point here. He said it's most of the U.S. It is not the U.S.'s responsibility to take care of the world. We need to take care of ourselves and our people. We shouldn't take care of nobody else. Absolutely. Now, RXJ, I don't mind helping people like Israel. I don't mind helping some of our really good allies. Okay. But I have a problem when we're giving all of our weapons to Ukraine, and now Ukraine could use them against us after they're done with the war against Russia. Or Russia could invade Ukraine and take our weapons and use them against us. You realize how much weaponry we've given Ukraine? How much weaponry we gave Afghanistan because of that stupid crap? Remember that? Yeah, I do. I watched it on TV. Some of our military people got killed because of that. All right. All right. The Israel-Gaza ceasefire. Here's what bothers me about this. Okay. All right. Here's the big time problem with this here. But first, we're going to go to RXJ's comment here real quick. It says, I agree. I should rephrase. We should help and that we have a good with our allies, but we also need to help our people. Absolutely. We have bridges crumbling. We have infrastructure that's horrible. Look what happened in Baltimore. And we're giving Ukraine money. Our train system sucks. Okay. We have a transportation problem. Sucks. Our military is depleted. Our equipment is old. Plane crashed today. Okay. Just a lot of crazy, simple, stupid stuff, and stupid never takes a vacation that has happened under this progressive stuff. Okay. But this Gaza-Israel ceasefire, the thing that bothers me is Gaza wants 22,000 of their people released, but they're giving Israel 4. Something wrong with this picture. And if I'm Israel, I'd say, no. You're going to release everybody, or with this ceasefire stops and we start kicking your ass again. All right. And I'm tired of hearing people complain about how Israel this, Israel that. They did this, they did that. Israel had to defend themselves. And I don't blame them at all. Israel has had enough of Gaza, the Palestinians, and all these other, and Iran, and all these other people, and Syria, okay? Gaza, or some of this Houthi gang or whatever, and the militants and all that, are all hiding out in Syria now because Syria's out of control. They don't have a government. Okay? All right? So there you are. All you people who complain about Israel, they have a ceasefire, but now they're giving them 22,000, and I repeat, 22,000 people back. Why isn't Gaza giving us our stuff back? Or Israel? Or our country? We have people from our country over there. And I'm waiting to see what Trump's going to do about Mark Fogel from Butler, PA here. I'm sorry, Oakmont, PA here in Pittsburgh. Okay? He's been there for 4 years. He needs to come back from Russia. No excuse for him to be there. They got up Brittany Griner, though, but not Mark Fogel. Okay? Now, he is on the list to come home. Because you know why? He's illegally being detained. And if I'm Trump, then I think I can speak for him a little bit here. I think he's going to give Putin, if he hasn't already, an ultimatum to release Mark Vogel and release all of our people, or I'm sending, or I'm gonna have to do something. And that means sending SEAL teams over to go get him. It can be done. Watch the movie Spy Game. Send a chopper over to China to go get a spy. They interrupted the supply system. All it takes is money. Okay? All right, that's Ralph's opinion on that tonight. As I mentioned, no more military aid to Ukraine. And I'm glad. I'm happy. I'm glad that's not happening. And I don't want to hear no more from Vladimir Stupitsky with his ridiculous shirt that he's still wearing from when the war started. He still hasn't changed his shirt. All right? Simple as that. But enough is enough. Okay? All right, we're going to finish up here after this next break. I have one more topic and then some announcements. We're going to wrap it up here for Ralph's Opinion tonight. Right here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter X platforms. Please don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel. It's a disgrace that I only have 201 subscribers. It's also a disgrace that I only have 136 followers on Twitter. Well, I know why I lost some, because I made a couple comments nobody liked. Like I showed a toilet that exploded in our city county building because our mayor is too cheap to fix it. Okay? All right? And I did that, and I laughed about it. Yeah, I thought it was funny, but I don't think it's funny that somebody got hurt. All right? The national debt got so much worse because of all the useless Biden spending. Absolutely. Okay? That budget that he created before he left is all a bunch of pork belly spending. And a lot of it, I think, got turned down by the Republicans, which is great. And now the Republicans, I believe, control both houses. And if that's the case, Trump's going to get whatever he wants. And that's good for us. That's good for our country. Because I want Trump to be able to do what he has to do. Because this will be the first time in a long time that, both houses were controlled by one, by either the Democrats or the Republicans. All right, right after these words, when we come back, more of Ralph's Opinion, we're going to wrap it up.
Do you need flowers for a wedding anniversary, funeral, or for your sweetheart? Call Alex's Flowers today. 412-661-6071. Alex's Flowers is a full-service florist specializing in a variety of flowers, plants, balloons, fruit, munch, gourmet, and plush. 30 years in the flower business, Alex has the right flowers for you. Also online at alexsflowers.com. Auto repair can be expensive, and sometimes shops rip you off. But I have a shop for you to fix your car the right way at the right price. Big Dog Auto in West Mifflin by the Allegheny County Airport. Oil change, state inspection, and more. Call today, 412-999-0191. For good car repair, call the Big Dog. Big Dog's Auto. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. I'm here today to talk to you about a fun experience and value. DJ for parties and special events. 15 years of experience. This DJ is DJ Fun. Call today, 412-545-4317 or at ralphwilliams737@gmail.com. Also, check out DJ Fun's Facebook page as well. You've tried the rest, now try the best. Look forward to hearing from you.
All right, we're back here for the conclusion of the Ralph's Opinion Show. Mata Heating and Air Conditioning is our studio sponsor, 724-2010-500, Mata Heating and Air Conditioning. And they are the studio sponsor here, and we are here Studios 808 in the Allentown section of the city of Pittsburgh, as we always are for most of our shows. Anyway, all right, I follow you on Twitter and YouTube, Ralph. I'm a fan and supporter of RW Media and Ralph Williams. Well, thank you, RxJ. I do appreciate you could please give me some more subscribers, reach out to some people and say, hey, look, subscribe to this guy because I do need some help. I mean, I don't know what's going on around here. I put on some, I believe, good programming. What I don't get is you get people who put on some of this ridiculous things on YouTube and Facebook and everything else, and they get like 10,000 freaking views. 10,000. Some guy sleeps in his car and he gets 10,000, but I can't get above 200, or I am now. You get it? So, all right, let's talk about East Palestine, Ohio. Those of you who don't know, there was a train wreck derailment involving Norfolk Southern, who took the blame for it because they were at fault. Well, now some more money has come around, and they're going to be giving it out to the people of East Palestine, Ohio. Most of the folks that lived in East Palestine have moved out. Some of them have. Some of them are still there because they can't move. They don't have the money to move. All right. A lot of people are getting sick or have gotten sick because of what's happened with that chemical. A lot of mistakes were made in that train derailment. Norfolk Southern was basically at fault, and they have paid a lot of money to the folks of East Palestine, Ohio. Okay. And neighboring communities. And I got to give Josh Shapiro some credit, Chris DeLuzio, who are our politicians here in the Pittsburgh area, or Beaver County especially. Some of Beaver County got hit with that smoke and that chemical smell. And sued and won. Got part of that lawsuit. Some of them. Okay. But now there's more money available. And now is some folks, I guess, that were left out are starting to get. But there are a lot of people that have said, and been on national news and on the local news here. They said they have not received any money. Okay. Hold on a second. Let's see where we're at here. Okay, here we go. The new YouTube algorithm is very goofy. I'm confused on how algorithm works. Yeah, so am I. Seriously. I will send Sports Corner to my friends. Thank you, RxJ. I appreciate that. And don't forget on Sunday night at 8 o'clock, I upload the Ralph Williams, Tony Moreno radio show and the Sports Corner radio show. Both get uploaded on Sunday nights. Okay? So, again, East Palestine, Ohio. Some of these people are saying they're not getting enough. They only got like maybe 100,000. Not even that, some people. I don't know if there's enough money to go around. And if I'm Norfolk Southern, I'd be ashamed of myself. Okay? And you know something? The interesting thing about all this is Norfolk Southern took the blame. They paid their money. They got in trouble for this through the whole thing. All right? And we're still having trouble with transportation safety. Bridges, railroad bridges that are decrepit. We're talking about train derailments. We're talking about bus wrecks. We're talking about subway cars that don't work properly or something to that effect, whatever. All right? It's all a matter of we should focus on transportation in this country because transportation moves people. And when roads are bad, bridges collapse and things like that, I blame the federal government for that. All right? But now, and I feel bad for this country because Pete Buttigieg actually did a good job. He took the airlines to the carpet about being late and stuff like that, and canceling trips and lying to the public, deceiving the public. And that's Ralph's opinion tonight on that. But my closing statement is this, and I hope Donald Trump fixes this economy and fixes it right away. Egg prices are going up. Gas keeps going up and down. Okay. Groceries are getting more expensive. Eating out's getting expensive. It's all getting expensive. It's all going up. Donald Trump needs to fix this inflation, needs to fix the supply chain, which I'm hoping he does, because our supply chain is horrible, still has been horrible since COVID. And for what reasons, I have no idea. Probably because we can't get people to work, which of course doesn't surprise me. I've said this before, I'll say it again. We have a very lazy society at this time. All right. And maybe as Trump moves along, I think things are going to happen. All right. Let's go over RW Media scheduled shows for next week and the rest of this week. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with tomorrow night. I will be on the Fire Up show with Candy Ebling and either George Eichhorn or Scott Morganroth tomorrow on Fire Up. That's on the South Florida Tribune Network, and it'll also be simulcasted on my YouTube and Facebook page. All right. But anyway, it just continues and continues and continues to things continue to go up. And that's wrong. I hope Trump fixes. I really do. All right, let's get into this here. All right, Saturday. And don't forget tonight, too, Sports Web with Peter Blake. We're on the segment called Turnbuckle Talk, 10:30 p.m. with me and Peter Blake on Amped Up Sports and also on the Sports Web. All right. All right. Every Saturday morning, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., the Ralph Williams Tony Moreno Show. Tony's joining me now every single Saturday morning at 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., 12:50 a.m., 92.5 The Answer. And if you want to listen to the show, it's mostly about local topics. That's all we talk about here in the Pittsburgh area in Western Pennsylvania. You can listen to it on iHeartRadio. Go punch up 1250 The Answer. Also, go on Google, punch up 1250 92.5 The Answer. Scroll down to Radio Stations USA and push the arrow, and you will be able to listen to the show on the web or online. The External Bum Show at 9 a.m. This is part of the triple header of Ralph right here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter X, and also on Huddle Sports Network, which is on Roku and Fire TV. All right, our show is now with Ralph Williams, Scott Morganroth, and Leo Haggerty, and a special guest when available. And we have one this week. Ray Fittipaldo will join us from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Also, don't forget about the at 2 to 3 p.m., 1250 The Answer, 92.5 FM. Same station as the Ralph Williams, Tony Moreno Show. Sports Corner Show with me, radio show with me, Ralph Williams, Smoking Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, and Luther Dupree. We're going to talk about the championship games, the Super Bowl, the Steeler Pro Bowl, folks, some more Steeler talk, and a whole lot more for this show as well. It's a really great show on Saturdays. We are number one in the market for this show on Saturdays. All right. Now let's go to our Monday show. And starting Sunday, February 2nd, I have something for you here. Starting Monday, February 2nd, we're going to be, or Sunday, February 2nd. If I have something to say, I will. It's a pop-up show called Sports Capsule, where I will pop up and announce some things locally here, nationally as well, in sports. It's a quick, 2, maybe 3-minute segment, and that's it, and it's gone. I don't take no comments or anything like that, okay? So don't forget Sports Capsule on all my social media platforms as well. All right. Okay, let's start on Monday, the way we see it with me, Ralph Williams, and Bill Canada. We canceled again on Monday because I had a situation that came up at the last minute and I had to cancel the show. I had myself an extreme headache, and so ended up canceling the show on Monday. So that's why we didn't do it. But we'll be back this Monday on our usual platforms as well. And then on Tuesday is the Sports Corner show with me, Ralph Williams, Smoking Jim Frazier. Noah Howells will join us to talk about the Pirates, Pittsburgh Pirates. As you know, baseball season's getting started. Pitchers and catchers report. We're also on the Huddle Sports Network and our regular usual platforms. Wrestle Talk immediately follows that as well. I have a guest coming up. Look at my social media platforms. In fact, I can tell you who my guest is. I have it in my calendar here, and we'll tell you in a second here who he is. All right, let's take a look at my calendar here, and we'll tell you who my guest will be. All right, let's see. Dean Radford. Dean Radford runs a wrestling academy for Rise Wrestling in Uniontown, Pennsylvania, and he's going to be on to talk about his wrestling career and his wrestling academy with Rise Wrestling. All right. So Dean Radford will join us on Tuesday. Wednesday, as you know, the Ralph's Opinion Show right here on our normal social media platforms. All right. This has been Ralph's Opinion. Thank you, everybody, for participating. Let's see. We have one more comment here. It says, Pencilman says, Ralph, Ralph, Ralph. Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much for that as well. Have yourself a great night. Thank you for watching. And please be safe, and I'll talk with you next Wednesday.